For the past 9 years, September has meant one thing: elk camp. It became a tradition for us, heading to the northwestern corner of Alberta to chase elk in some of the most beautiful country there is. Every year brings its own set of challenges, and this season was no exception. The elk were silent and the pressure was heavy, but as always, the experience was unforgettable. This is the story of another September in the elk woods, where persistence, patience, and passion come together in the pursuit of a bull. I'm trying to get to camp here, and it poured rain today. The road's absolutely slop. I just got stuck coming up a hill for a while. Transmission's overheating now. Just trying to let things cool down. And I lost Sean. He's somewhere behind me. Hopefully not stuck too.
I'm aware of the bonds that were created today. When you told me that sure there's a way. The water's so still and my pain has gone away. The air is much cleaner after it rained. Follow my love, the sentence in spring air. Follow the moment to the sun. There's a call for new beginnings here. Let the sorrow of yester disappear. Let your body be new.
Yeah, guys, so much mud. Rain, this road, this setup, not exactly ideal. All this extra mud is slowing it down, bogging it out. I don't want it to break, so I've taken a break to alleviate some of this weight. Rapid weight loss program for the trailer and the truck, you could say.
Alright, so I'm just about all set up here. Still waiting on Sean. He's about 10 kilometers away. His truck has been overheating, so he's been trying to get up here for the last 3 hours now. Should be here soon though. Let you guys see the inside. I know some of you have been asking what kind of setup I got in this old trailer, but it's just a cargo trailer and I converted it into kind of a toy hauler. Spare bed, little kitchen, and then when the side-by-side or the quad's out of here, I used fence board brackets, and then I just slide the 2x4s in there, put a mattress on top, 30 amp running from the generator to breaker box, and then the lights are on its own power source too, so are all the plugs. Just finish up on the inside of the trailer and get to bed and find some firewood tomorrow, chop some logs. Right on. Okay, so I just got a message from Sean. He's 4 kilometers away from camp, but he's stuck. So I'm gonna go hopefully recover him and not also get stuck. Alright, so most of the camp chores are done. Got about 3 hours left of legal hunting light, so I'm just out for the evening here real quick. Do a scout, see what things look like for elk and moose activity. I did notice there's a bunch of tracks, fresh tracks from last night, all over the quad trail here. But what I'm going to do is head in a few kilometers and then park the quad, go for a little walk. Alright, so no luck this evening. Seen some fresh sign, but not too much. Bugled a couple times, didn't get any replies. So I'm gonna head back to camp, get a fire going, get some sleep, and probably try again tomorrow morning. Good morning. Nice goggles, Kaylee.
Thank you.
So Kaylee showed up at camp last night. We're gonna get out this morning, try a different spot here. Hopefully we can get some elk bugling. Nice chilly morning, so fingers crossed.
So good to be back.
Heading out before first light, the morning greeted us with a blanket of fog. The kind of weather that in the past had always meant fired up elk and the sound of bugles echoing through the valley. But this time, there was only silence. We spent hours calling and searching, hoping to turn things around. Eventually, we spotted a herd of elk, but they stayed well outside of bow range. The ground was crunchy, the bush too thick to move quietly, and all we could do was watch as they disappeared into the timber. Moments like this are tough, but they're also part of the hunt. You take the close calls and the setbacks, and you keep going, hoping the next encounter will be different. So no luck tracking down that herd from this morning. We're just checking a different spot now. But it's pretty warm out, pretty quiet. So if we can't get a response this evening, then head her back to camp. Try again tomorrow. Try not to blind the camera. Alright, it is opening morning for rifle season.
We're going hiking.
Kaylee and I are gonna head her in with the boomsticks. Hopefully we get some action today. It's been pretty quiet, but we're up bright and early this morning, gonna hike in here in the dark and then just sit and have a listen for a bit. Here we go. Okay, so we just got to the edge of a ravine here. And we're gonna head down shortly once it lightens up a bit. We just stripped down all our rain gear, which we had on because of the dew. Just stripped down a couple layers. Yeah, I'm gonna start hiking soon. With bow season behind us and rifle season now open, the game has changed. So far, we've had minimal luck getting close to the elk. The terrain, the silence, and the conditions have made it tough to close the gap. But with the rifle in hand, there's a renewed sense of hope. The range opens up, and the odds feel just a little more in our favor. Out here though, nothing is guaranteed. It's still a matter of patience, persistence, and waiting for the right moment to present itself. Hopefully this next chapter brings us closer to success. So I just shot a bull, 5x5. Happened pretty quick, and it was pouring rain this morning, so I did not bring my big camera. I only have this GoPro. But I seen him go down. I had a very small window to shoot through. I'm gonna go check him out now. This hunt was by far one of my longest hunts. 28 days in the backcountry. This elk hunt was unlike any other I faced. The bulls were silent. Maybe it was wolf activity. Maybe pressure from other hunters. Either way, at this point, the elk were pushed far into the unforgiving terrain. At first, I brought the camera everywhere, documenting every step, every effort. But by week 2, with no bugles to guide me and time slipping away, I made a choice. Set the camera aside and focus on the hunt. It became about putting meat on the table. During week 3, I finally got my break. A hard-earned bull elk. Way off the beaten path. I didn't capture the action, but maybe that's fitting for a hunt like this. The grind, the silence, the uncertainty, that's what this hunt was. What I did have is this moment, the walk up to the bull. It's not the whole story, but it's a glimpse of the reward for the struggle. Sometimes the hardest hunts teach you the most, and this one reminded me why I'm out here. It's not just about the footage or the trophy. It's about the challenge, perseverance, and the respect for the animal that gave its life. This hunt wasn't perfect, but it was real.